Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shuddha Spadiga Sankasham Shuddha Vidya Pradayakam Shuddham Purnam Chidanandam Sadashivamaham Shraye Shankarupena Machittam Pankikritam Abhudhyaya Kimkariyasya Samaya Shankaracharya Mashraye Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Bharathi Karunapatram Bharathi Padabhushanam Bharathi Padamarudam Bharathi Tirthamashraye Vidya Vinaya Sampannam Vitaragam Vivekinam Vande Vedanta Tattvabodha Vidushekara Bharatim Mala Sudha Kumbha Vibhoda Mudra Vidya Virajat Karavarijataam Parakarunya Sudhamburajim Sri Sharadambam Pranatosmi Nityam. Om. Last session I was discussing about the importance of the human being, particularly the buddhi, the faculty of buddhi compared to other animals and plants. In that slokam, I forgot to tell you the meaning of the last quarter of that slokam. So I just thought I should tell that in this session. The slokam reads like that. Ahara nidra bhaya maitunancha samanya metat pashubhir naranam buddhirhi tesham adhiko visheshaha. To that extent I have told. Now buddhya vihinaha pashubhis samanaha. That means the last quarter is, see, every human being is bestowed with a very superior faculty called buddhi. Very rarely people do not have this buddhi, very rarely. But 99.99% of human beings are bestowed with this intellect. Those who do not use this buddhi appropriately, they are equal to animals only, either as bad or as good as animals, or we can say that they are worse than animals. So this is the meaning of the last quarter of that particular slogan that I have missed out in the last class. So now we will continue with our session. Last class we saw the three Purusharthas, Dharma-Artha-Kāma, Purushartha. Now in this session we will see the balance, that is Moksha Purushartha. Now before going into Moksha Purushartha, let us see there are similarities, there are many things common among these three Purusharthas, which are called together as a group. They are called Preyas, we call it. Now these three goals have certain inherent limitations which many people do not realize it. They do not realize that. What are the limitations of the first three goals? We will see. First is pain, that is dukkha mishritatvam, pleasure mixed with pain. The limitations in pursuit of what are the three Purushartha? Security, pleasure and punyam, that is dharma. All these pursuits, in spite of being wonderful, have certain innate limitations. Just as beautiful a rose has a thorn also. Rose flowers is very nice to see, but they have thorns. So we have to be aware of that also. These Purusharthas have both positive and negative consequences. We are all aware of the positive aspects. If we are given money, married life, good children, good house, relations, wherever we want we can go, traveling, etc. We welcome all this, as these are all enjoyments. I want to retain them, I want to enjoy more. Nobody complains about that. Since everybody is after these enjoyments, we are all aware of the positive virtue of this Purushartha. Therefore, now we will discuss only the negative aspects, that is limitations or doshas. The first one is Dukkha Mishritatvam. Acquiring the asset, that is, all these three Purusharthas are possible only by acquiring external objects, that is, people, property, wealth, money, etc. Acquiring wealth, property involves lot of pain, lot of effort, lot of energy. In the initial years, we have to study a lot, write competitive examinations, and then get through the interview, get into very good institutions, get a good degree, and then finding a job is all the more difficult. There also a lot of rounds of interviews are there. After getting the employment, we all start working. Then we have to start earning money, we have to start saving money for future. So all these involve a lot of effort and pain also. We don't realize the pain because we have a goal. We want to earn money and we are young. Therefore, it is very simple for us. It is easy for us to work hard day and night without taking even weekends off also. So it is all mixed with pain, which we do not realize it. Now, we acquire this wealth. We save, we acquire, we expand also. Now, what is with this acquisition can be considered that it is over? No, we have to preserve that. See, for example, with the money I acquired, I buy a house, for example. Getting a house is very costly affair, especially nowadays. At least in Tamil Nadu, we can say it is unreachable for a common man now. It should be the case in other places also. Now, after buying the house, by investing a lot of money, I need to maintain that house also. If you don't maintain a house, it will get spoiled very easily, very soon. So I need to spend a lot of money in maintenance. So in Sanskritam we say Yogam and Kshemam. Yogam is for acquisition of a property or asset, and Kshemam is for maintenance. It is called maintenance of the property. So we have to call people to repair, whitewash, painting, and it's all expensive things also. It is not easy. In spite of such great care we take in maintaining that particular house, after a few years, definitely it is going to get spoiled. It is not permanent. It is going to be lost. So it is very painful. So any asset which we acquire is always mixed with pleasure and pain. Pleasure and pain. Now, the second dosha is dissatisfaction or discontentment. This is the limitation, which we call in Sanskritam as atruptikaratvam. Any amount we acquire, are we satisfied with that? No. With bank balance of say 1 lakh rupees, I want more. I want to reach 10 lakhs. Okay, after reaching 10 lakhs, am I going to be satisfied? No, the fear is more now. The fear of insecurity is more as we acquire more assets. So I feel more insecure. So I need to earn more. So about 50 lakhs, 100 lakhs and so on and so forth. So there is always dissatisfaction or discontentment with the external objects which we acquire. Even for example, a car. I acquire a car and then I need another better car with better facilities. So it is all expensive. Maintenance is much more. We all know about it. So this is dissatisfaction. We are not happy with what we have. We always look for getting more. Dependence. The third dosha is bandhakatvam. This is very difficult to digest. We develop a sort of attachment. We develop a sort of slavery over all these objects. This is when one becomes addicted to things or dependent on them. For security, I depend on external factors. For enjoyment or entertainment also, I depend on external objects. For enjoyment in the next janma also, I depend on punyam, dharma. Therefore, I am doing a lot of dharma karyams in this janma so that my next janma will be peaceful and very nice it is, with nice infrastructure, as we discussed in the last class. Thus, I am always dependent on external factors. As Artha-Kāma and Dharma are external factors, I will become addicted to them by always depending on them. They are like some of the drugs and steroids which make me dependent on them once I get addicted to them. Even for example, coffee, drinking coffee seems to be a very simple affair, but over a period of time we will realize how difficult it is to live without drinking coffee. Some people feel that I will have terrible headache if I don't drink coffee in the morning. More to do with mind than actual. Maybe very few cases people will have a headache, I don't know, but generally it is all to do with mind. So mind over matter. But then without realizing, we get very much attached or bandhakatvam to all these external factors. The fourth limitation is anityatvam. All these external objects, money, wealth, relations, situations, everything is impermanent. They come, they stay with us for few minutes, few hours, few days, few years, and then they go, they leave us. So the more you are attached to a particular object, when it is lost, you will feel more terrible. So that's a fact of life. So it is anityam. Nothing external is permanent. So these are some of the doshas or limitations, inherent limitations in all these external objects. Because all these three Purusharthas talk about external only. It is not talking about internal. So that is the nature of this particular Preyas. Most people, short-sighted as they are, ignore these doshas. They are very happy acquiring more wealth, although it is Mishra Tattvam, Dukkha, Mishri Tattvam, etc. We all suffer and all those things, but then we don't want to see the reality behind this material comforts and material wealth. We go after them, we get caught in the web without knowing how to come out of it. And we all feel satisfied with that. So with that the Janma also comes to an end. So the very important human being, the Manushya Janma is wasted by going after the external wealth. It is not that we should not acquire wealth. We should acquire. It is not something which is banned and all those things. But there should always be some limit. We should know the limitations of external objects. The objective of the Vedanta Shastra is to make you see things differently, with different perspectives, which we hitherto have not seen at all. So that is the best part of Vedanta Shastra. So many people get caught into this web. Very few, they realize the doshas of the Preyas. Say therefore they want to come to the fourth Purushartha, which is the final one, which is called Moksha. Moksha, we call it as Mukti, or it is freedom. Mukti means what? Freedom. Freedom from what? Freedom from all types of dependence on external factors, which we saw a few minutes back. I should not depend on any external factor for my security, for my happiness, even for earning punyam. I should not be dependent on external factors. That is a fact of life which Vedanta tells us, Shastra tells us. Discovering happiness in myself, discovering security in myself is called moksha. What will happen because of this self-discovery? I am no more dependent on external objects or people or relationship, etc. for my security, for my happiness, for punyam also. If they come, it is fine. If they don't come, if they go also, if they leave me, I am not worried about it. I am fine. So as Bhagavan Krishna tells in Bhagavad Gita, Atmanyeva Atmana Tushtaha. So I should learn to discover happiness in myself. This is the crux of moksha. This is the meaning of moksha. This is called Parama Purushartha, because once you reach this particular stage, there is no more Purushartha, there is no more goal to seek or to attain. We are climbing up 4 stairs, 4 floors in the building. That's a final floor. We have reached 4th floor. There is no more floor to climb up. So we feel very happy. So that's how it is. So this is the final one. No further pursuit once this is fulfilled. The pursuit of Dharma-Artha-Kāma is a permanent struggle. It doesn't come to an end at all. It keeps you bound to external objects. In moksha, all the struggles end, because I discover security and happiness in myself. I do not look upon external objects, other people around me, or money or wealth, etc., for this purpose. Preyas is secondary moksha, secondary Purushartha. Primary or the first one will be moksha. So this is very important Purushartha which every human being should seek. The importance of it will be known only if we know the benefits of moksha. Moksha Purushartha is possible only through self-knowledge. Self-knowledge means we have to understand the real nature of myself. All these years I know about myself as this body, mind, sense complex, that's all. Beyond that I don't know anything. So Vedanta Shastra teaches us what is the real meaning of I, real self, real nature of self. So once you understand, and this is inner freedom, it is not coming from external. You have to understand, you have to claim that I am free. That is the best part of Vedanta Shastra. You need not go anywhere. There is no traveling required. There is no destination to reach. You are free yourself. That's it. It is the advantages of this knowledge is, this knowledge is permanently available with me all the time. My mind is quiet. It is calm in any situation. Whatever be the situation I have to face in my life, whether it is positive, whether it is negative situation, anything is possible. But in all these situations, to a larger extent, my mind is not agitated. I am able to take things as they are, as they come. My performance in any project, in any field of life, will be very efficient and very effective, because my mind is at rest, my mind is very peaceful. I can do a better job, better emotional quotient. Psychologists say emotional quotient is more important than IQ, intelligence quotient. So this helps us. So these are the advantages of Moksha Purushartha. Few people, very few, who seek this Purushartha are very blessed one. So they seek, that is the final one. So they feel very happy about themselves. They don't go anywhere. They don't seek any other external objects for peace or security or happiness. So this is moksha. How to get to moksha, that we will see later, because this Jnana Yogam only will teach you moksha. That is a huge subject by itself. The objective of this session is What is the meaning of all these terms and terminology? This much we have learnt. Therefore, we will take up next chapter, next subject in the next class. Hari Om. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om.